It's time for todaysstocks.com with host Pat Bolland.
Thanks very much for joining us on todaysstocks.com. We've got actually two guests. First time we've done this. Yoav Bar Joseph is the Chief Executive Officer, and Elan Barkan is the Chief Technical Officer for Cannibble. And Yoav, let's start with you. Tell me about Cannibble. What is it in a big picture?
Well, first of all, thank you for having us, Pat. Nice to be here. Cannibble Foodtech, actually, it's the connection between cannabis and food. We are developing unique edibles, all made from powders, with our unique IP and technology that we have developed in the last 3 years.
It's more than just food products. It's also, for instance, I saw liquids in there as well, coffee and cupcakes, those kinds of things. You're putting cannabinoids into everything.
Yeah, actually, all our products are based on powders. We have several segments. We have segment for beverages. We call it canna shakes. We have additional segment, we call it the Cannabis, which is cupcakes, pancakes, all kinds of cake mixes. We also do spices. You can spice your food with the different cannabinoids. We have a line of hemp seeds, hemp protein, CBD, whatever you want, you can enrich your food with.
Okay, so I do want to get to those products, and I saw more. I think I saw about 100 products that you had in your line upcoming or already out there. But before we do, Elan, I want to talk to you. I want to talk about intellectual property because the cannabis area has been exploding. What is your intellectual property, and how are you unique?
So basically, divided into three different aspects. First of all, we have a unique technology of mixing basically any small ingredient. It doesn't matter if it's cannabinoids or even like active medicine, but we can basically use the same technology, and it basically give you the option to get even distribution of that active ingredient everywhere in the powder. And that's basically solve a huge issue in the industry when, usually people are, although it was written like a certain number on the package outside, but when you check it in the lab, it's not even similar. With our product, we can be certain that this is the case. If I wrote 20 or 50 or 100 milligram, it will be the same in the product itself. And we know how to do it in a 1 kilogram or in 500 kilogram or 1,000 kilogram mixes, batches. So we can take this IP also and use it to more traditional industry with a bigger volume. Second aspect is about flavor localization. We know how to get the flavor that people like in the same area, in the same country. So we know that in the States and in, Israel, it's a completely different profile of flavors. But we know how to adjust our product and to get the best flavor anywhere. And the third aspect, this is the most important from my side, is that our products are delicious. Have to be delicious. You are not feeling any active ingredient. Usually you eat, like let's say gummy with CBD, THC. And people say, oh, you almost can eat it now because you can't feel the bitterness. But with our product, the flavor is amazing, is perfect. I'm not basically let the production go without me personally approving the flavor. And it's my baby, it has to be the best flavor ever. Because at the end, the user, the consumer, will buy again and again, only if it will be delicious. Otherwise, they will not try the brand again.
Now, Elad, and you have the same question, but I'll ask Elad first. Is your background in the cannabis industry then, or is it in the food industry, Elad?
Yoav and I both are veterans of the food industry. More than 20, 25 years, We are developing products, manufacturing, building brands. Cannabis it's quite new for us. It's only been to the last 3 or 4 years that we decided to try and to understand the new miracle, the new hot issue that, coming around. And I think that we learned a lot in the 3 or 4 years that we are in it, although the basic is from the food industry. But this is a good thing because most of the people in the cannabis industry came from the cannabis industry. And when you saw the first product, that was unprofessional. The production wasn't according to any safety protocols. The machinery that we used wasn't the right machinery. We are using a top-of-the-art facility with our own design production line in order to ensure that each and every product that people will consume will be safe for them from all the aspects. At the end, it's not only cannabis, it's also food. And we are responsible for each and every person that eats it. Except from they enjoying it, it needs to be safe for them.
And obviously you came from the food background as well. Where do you source the cannabis? Do you outsource that or do it yourself?
No, we source the cannabis outside. For us, the cannabis, it's an ingredient like we are buying sugar or any other food ingredient. Of course, we have our requirements and restrictions. We are looking for the best ingredients. Everything must come from reputed suppliers, with the COAs and lab tests and all needed to assure that we have the best ingredients and the best cannabis product. And it doesn't matter if it's active material or non-active material like protein from hemp or hemp seeds or CBD. Everything must come with all the necessary QA documents.
Okay, so then as we were talking about earlier, you've got a lot of products, as I say, about 100 SKUs. How many are actually available for sale right now? And what's your most popular product?
Well, we have developed more than 100 different SKUs. Currently, we are selling 32 of them. You can find them under our brand, which is called the Pelicann. We sell them either in our website or in stores across the United States. The most popular are the shakes. As you know, everybody loves coffee, cookies and cream, chai latte. These are the most popular flavors. You can do it as a hot drink, as a cold drink. You can mix it with any kind of milk, regular milk or plant-based. And the flavors are actually delicious and people are loving it. It's amazing products, very tasty. And you don't know there is a cannabis inside. This is the beauty of the product. You don't feel the taste of cannabis.
Okay, so I guess I don't know who should answer this question. If there's 32 products out there currently, what's under development? What's still to come to the marketplace that you think might work and be popular?
Basically, we are always working on new products. As a company, our mission is to be 2 years at least in front, leading the market in at least 24 months. So when we are launching a product or a product line, we are already working on the next one and the one after it. So Yoav didn't mention, but we are launching these days a new line of sugar-free keto products. So it's cannabis and keto. So that's answering, I think today is the hottest issue in the food industry, keto. And when you combine it with cannabis, you get great product, basically. It's an amazing product, low-calorie, sugar-free product based on allulose and erythritol. And we are already working on the next line. It will not be powder. That's the only thing I can say for now. It will not be powder. It will be different product.
You can't give everything away. But here's a kind of a broad question, because the cannabis marketplace, as you pointed out, has been exploding of late. And to your point as well, keto and other areas. How active do you see yourselves in the future in mergers and acquisitions?
So well, we are looking. Yeah, we are looking all the time, to increase our revenues and also looking for new products and new collaborations. And this is definitely something we are talking about, either to merge with another brand or to acquire a new brand and to develop, new products together and bring our technology also to other areas as well. This is, yeah.
Yeah, the other question I have is distribution, because you can have a product, you can have a great product, but you might not be able to get it out to the stores. What are you doing about distribution right now? I understand you have a deal in place with a prominent supermarket chain. Tell me about that, how it came about, and how it's going to expand your business. And
So
I'll give that one to you loud.
Yeah, so basically, I had another business in the past, another company that dealt a lot with the big retailers in the US. And it's always good to keep on the connection from there. And at the end, if you want to sell volumes and huge volumes, you have to get into the huge retailers. And I'm talking about major brands from the US that everybody knows. And we just adjusted according to the current, let's say, if CBD is not allowed, so we are doing a line with hemp seed oil and hemp protein. So it's a full product enriched with protein, enriched with omega 3, 6, and 9. But that's open for us the door in the big retailers for the huge volumes. So each order is 100,000 units and more. So that will give us a revenue stream that currently I do not think that any of the other cannabis companies are actually even aiming to. They are still under different regulation, still trying to work with the cannabis regulation, but we are building 3 different cash streams in order to make the company stronger and in order to make the brand, our brand, the Pelicann, will be familiar everywhere. From the people going into the regular supermarket and will see our logo and our brand. And if you go to a dispensary, and either with CBD or other active ingredients.
Okay, so then the other hurdle that you've got is not just distribution, it's also legalization. And it's done in the United States on a state-by-state basis, as I understand it. How much is that holding your business back right now, and how quickly do you see that expanding, Yoav?
Well, as Elad mentioned, because right now CBD is an obstacle actually in the United States, and you cannot sell products infused with CBD in regular retail stores. This is why we've started with the other line with the hemp seeds and hemp protein, which consider to be regular food ingredients according to the FDA. That's allow us to sell in regular retailers. And we are all, waiting to see what the FDA will decide regarding CBD and food and other ingredients of the cannabis. And once everything will be regulated, we are ready. We have, formulations ready. We have products ready. We are just waiting for the regulations, and then we can start selling these products everywhere, which will be allowed.
Okay, but are there plans for other countries? So, for instance, in most of Canada, these products are allowed. Will you see that as an opportunity, or Europe, or anywhere else in the world?
Yeah, definitely. We are currently working on a deal in Canada. Looking to manufacture our products there, because you cannot ship it, from the United States to Canada. You need to manufacture it on the ground in Canada. So we are trying to make a deal there. We have also some opportunities in Europe. We are working constantly. We have a lot of requests. People find our products very interesting. And we're definitely looking to expand in other countries. The only problem with the products containing cannabis is that you need to manufacture in every country, and this requires a lot of resources, of funding financing. It's not that, if we could manufacture the product in the United States and ship it everywhere, it was much easier, but this is not the case with this kind of products.
Okay, gentlemen, thank you so much for your time. Great story.
Thank you very much.
Yoav Bar Joseph is the Chief Executive Officer, and Elan Barkan is the Chief Technical Officer, both co-founders of Cannibble.